Start now, DJs, LMP. Just by now, in the mode, there's no time to flop now. Start now, DJs, LMP. Just by now, in the mode, there's no time to flop now. Start now, DJs, LMP. Just by now, in the mode, there's no time to flop now. In the streets, so don't start now. In the streets, so don't start now, DJs, LMP. Just by now, in the mode, there's no time to flop now. I started playing basketball at the age of 15. This was at President's College. I remember vividly also how they started me along with my close friends that I have to this day. We used to be on the court playing scrubby scrimmage, just while around playing. And then we had our PE teacher at that time, Sorchin. He was like, "Hey, you come here." And then he stated, "What's your height, etc." I told him, I was 6'4" at that time. He was saying, "Hey, I want you to play on the under 19 team." Yeah. He was like, "You want me to play on the under 19 team at 15?" And he said, "Tomorrow's practice and come." The next day I didn't show up to practice because I was a bit nervous playing with the big guys, so I didn't show up to practice the next day. He reached out back again to me. He was like, "Hey, why you didn't come?" And then from there we clicked, and I went ahead and played my first game. I can remember the first game I recorded 8 points, 3 blocks, and 12 rebounds. Like, we played a game against that was Blazing and all at that time. And after that game, I remember Mr. Bowman reaching out to me stating that 2016 we'll be having a CBC tournament, and I was shortlisted on that team. However, even when we met, when we came together on that team, and I'll always compliment Coach Lugard for his great work, because when the team started, he was like, "Hey team, let's get a weave." No one there knew what a weave was at that time. That's just to show the level that we were at as players, and we really improved. We actually got second in the CBC under 16 tournament that same year. So we improved each and every player at that camp on that team significantly. First and foremost, I must say that it's an honor to play for the senior national team for Guyana. When I was dropped from the team, I can say that it wasn't a good feeling. However, even the foreign players were, why I didn't make the team, etc., etc. A few days after not being selected for the team, I received a call from Mr. Graham. He was like, "Go and have a COVID test done, and you're eligible for the team." I went ahead, got the COVID test done, and I get back to training. And I must say that I'm super grateful for representing the senior national team at that level, and I appreciate every single experience learned from that trip. One of the challenges faced by most athletes, I'd say, is motivation, in the sense that what are these athletes doing this for? For instance, we have athletes that train all year round. We don't have any tournaments to play in. Sometimes we have tournaments. I can say the last time, and this is funny, the last tournament that we played was in 2019, I'd say. We didn't have any tournament in 2020. We are in May. Currently, we didn't have any tournament. So we have athletes training day in, day out. But however, what are they training towards? They're not having any tournaments. Also, I spoke with the Ministry of Sports. He's saying that he's targeting to help basketball in terms of facilities. They're fixing one, I think, on Mandela currently by the gymnasium. However, I think we need more facilities as basketball athletes also. I don't think that sports take away from anyone when it comes to education, etc., because there's something that is called priority. Like, we can prioritize what we need to do now and what we don't need to do now. So I think that sports actually help a lot with self-confidence, having you feeling enthusiastic about stuff, and etc. So I don't think that sports take away from education. I must say it could be overwhelming at times because currently I'm pursuing medical technology also, and I do a part-time job, and I have basketball on the end that I'm working with also. So it can be overwhelming at times, but my advice for athletes is that just take it one day at a time and think about where your focus needs to lead mostly to, and you'll get through it. Well, I played with various coaches before, and I received a lot of advice from each coach, but one advice that I can remember vividly is I had a coach call me from Trinidad to come and play for their club, the Maloney Pacers, Coach Jackson, and he was like, Crandon, if you were on the court, I want you to play like you're the best player at your position at every single time, day in, day out. You play in practice, anything, I want you to have that same mentality. And that drive is instilled in me to this day, that whether I'm playing, if it's scrimmage, national team, club basketball, I always want to be the best player on the court at my position also. Coach have a vital role to play in a team because a team can have so much talent, but if you don't have a coach as a backbone there to help players to play at their best strength, we will not have success. Also, a coach should be someone that's down to earth, that can relate to their players. That players can go to, etc., state what is the issue they're having and not feel like, oh shucks, I'm scared to go and talk to this coach because I might not, in that sense. Well, off the court, I would say that I'm a down-to-earth person. Anyone can come. I'm a student of the game. So whether you're older than me or younger than me, I will listen to you and listen to your input when it's coming towards my game. As a person, I'll say that I'm very patient. I pay keen attention to details on stuff, etc. And on the court, I'll just bring out the tenacity, and bring the energy day in, day out. So on the national team, like I'd say I get along almost with everyone because I'm not the type of player that, that players would not like to play around. I'm the person that would, when we are on the court, it's serious. When we're off the court, we'll have fun and laugh. But get along with, I'd say first my two teammates that I actually play with on Plaisance Guardians, that would be Nikolai Smith and Israel. Also, I get along very well, I'd say, with Stanton Rose and Travis. He goof around a lot, so we have the same kind of energy. So I'm most grateful for everyone that played a part in me improving as a player. I'd say my parents for their support, my trainers at the gym, the coaches that played a vital role in improving me also. I have most thanks for them. I'm most thankful for that.
Website. Maybe you're thinking about having your first one made, or maybe you just need a new, better one. In any case, you should know at least some of the basics about web design. And no worries, it will only take 3 minutes. First of all, let's face it, a website is the core of your online marketing activities. If you look at all the marketing channels and techniques, what they actually do is bring visitors to your website. And the main purpose of a website is turning these visitors into customers. In marketing terms, this is called conversion. A bad website will basically cause you to waste money on other marketing methods because you don't need more visitors if you can't turn them into customers. So the better your website is, the more visitors are converted into your customers. And it doesn't really matter whether you sell consumer products online, provide local services, or build houses. Many people in the industry call themselves web designers, but they really are just a bunch of geeks with some basic coding knowledge. Of course, without much planning, they will pretty quickly create a website for you with lots of information, photos, contacts. But the question is that the way to turn the visitors into your customers? Is that what you need? And the answer is simple: no. What you have to do is look for someone serious about web design. Well, that's where we come in. This is how we make websites, by following the 7-phase web design process. Phase 1. Analysis. The first step is always about information gathering, identifying things like the website purpose, goals, and target audience. Phase 2. Planning. A plan includes a definition of the sitemap, structure, and technologies that we're about to use. Phase 3. Design. Not only do we focus on wireframe models and the visual style in this stage, but also on the usability of the user interface for the best possible user experience. Phase 4. Content. A very important part of the process is choosing the right text, photos, or videos, all optimized not only for your visitors, but also for search engines. Phase 5. Development. Here, we actually create the website using the hypertext markup language and cascading style sheets with some help from databases and other technologies as well. If needed, our websites can be made accessible to mobile devices too. Phase 6. Testing. We test all the technical features like code and scripts, compatibility with major browsers, but we also ask ourselves if the website really fulfills its purpose. Phase 7. Deployment. After we launch the site, our job is definitely not done yet. We always monitor what's happening after the start, enabling us to fix any possible deficiencies. And if you want, we can also manage the future maintenance and updates for you. As you have just seen, web design is a very complex process, but we believe this is how websites should be done, and our customers agree. And if you share our passion for high-quality websites, let's get in touch. We'll be happy to help you with what we do best.